Good morning. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. Today we're going to take a look at the encouragement coming through for the day. Happy Saturday. I hope this is a restful yet exciting time where you can pour into yourself or do all the things that you have on your list to do, starting with yourself, hopefully. All right, let's take a look. I'm just getting warmed up with my pink crystal. And let's see. Make sure you like, share, comment. And if you feel led, please consider subscribing. Thank you for all of the support. The beautiful, encouraging comments. I appreciate the support is amazing. So thank you. All right, so let's see. Now that I've been warmed up, we are going to the Urban Tarot. Spirit, what is the encouragement for today? What is our encouragement for the day? I had a bit of chamomile tea with star anise before bed, and so I slept seamlessly good, right? There was no up and down trips to the bathroom. It was pretty good. Now, the downside for me for chamomile is sometimes in the morning, sometimes I can feel just a little bit like, groggy. But I didn't feel that way this morning. It feels very relaxed. I even still feel relaxed. And so, yeah, it was a good night's sleep for me. Very peaceful. What is the encouragement for the day, Spirit? All right. Let's see what beautiful, encouraging words Spirit has for us today. All right. What is it, Spirit? Please and thank you. Today is a day for play. Play came out, okay? Spirit wants you to play. Spirit wants you to take time to go and do the things that, makes your heart sing, things that you love. We have direction as well. We have fear. We have freedom. And we have growth. So for many, I feel like this is a time where you are being encouraged to do the things that you have a second thought about, right? You have to wait, you have to hold on a minute and be, and ask yourself, should I be doing this? Or is this okay? Is this the right thing to do? Am I, sometimes, especially for moms and dads, we're so used to the routine of things and taking care of other people. When we get a moment to ourselves and guilt starts kicking in because you're so used to doing for others, it's like, okay, this feels wrong. Like, am I supposed to be like pouring into myself like this? Why do I feel guilty about it? Right? Spirit could be telling you to go and have that spa day. Go and do that session at the studio to work on your music. Go take that, that paint class that you've been wanting to do, right? Go take that, and this could even be something that you feel like you've been being led to do that may not be socially accepted, right? It could even be something like that. Go take that that yoga class, you know, or what else? Go take that Reiki class where you learn how to, you know, heal through energy. Like, this doesn't have to be something that is aligned with everyone else's standards for you, right? Spirit is inspiring you today to go do that thing that you've placed to the side, that you've been kind of chewing on. You're not sure. There's a little bit of fear mixed in there, but that thing is going to make you feel liberated. Right? You're being sent there. Spirit is saying, yes, go there, go there. This is a moment of growth for someone, because I feel like I could be talking to those who have positioned themselves in environments that have a strong energy of expectation, right? Whether that's family, whether that's religion, whether that's, you know, work environments, whether that's, you know, some type of institutional standard that you are amongst, right? I feel like there's a level of stepping out of that fear of disappointing others, stepping out of that fear of, you know, not aligning with social norms, with society standards, right? There's a liberation that Spirit is leading you to right now. And this liberation is going to be a growing moment, right? It's going to liberate you from expectations of others. Yeah, it is. And it's going to set you free. Not only that, it's going to place you in a league of your own. I feel like it's going to place you in your own lane. And one thing about being in your own lane is that you are many times able to do what others cannot do. Many times you're able to go places where others cannot go. And you may find that others will sit back and watch you do this, kind of with a little bit of desire to kind of have that level of freedom, or some of the opportunities that'll come up for you, right? They'll desire from the background watching, like, dang, that is kind of cool. That is kind of neat. But because they may not be able to overstep that boundary that's been set for them. Notice I say set for them. You know, they may not be able to overstep the fear of disappointing others, right? It places you in a league of your own. Spirit wants you to come to this place, okay? Spirit wants you to come to this place in your journey where you set yourself free. And it is a moment of growth. I feel like it could be a time in your life where things could be pushing you that way too, right? Things may be being orchestrated where Spirit is like really turning up the fire on this. It's like, you know, you want change? Well, here's an opportunity, right? Here's an opportunity to step outside of the monotony of everyday life, the routine, you know, the feelings of feeling stuck in other people's agendas and other people's plans, and feeling stuck in other people's ideas of what your life should be and what your values should be, right? It's an opportunity to step out of that. I really do feel like that's what is happening here today in the encouragement. And again, this is going to actually place you in a position of your own lane, which is beautiful, because then you alleviate the energies of, you know, and I'm going to even go so far to say competition, right? When you're in your own lane, there is no competition. When you decide to really customize your life and make decisions that are really pitted around your values. First of all, it's finding out who you are, what those values are. And many times you're going to find that there's a little bit of dissonance there, because the values that you've inherited may not necessarily align with where you are today. There's a little bit of dissonance that happens there because you begin to find out what you believe to be true and what you hold as valuable and truth, and the standards that you set, right, may look a little bit different than the the standards that's been set up for you, right? And so this is really stepping out of the box energy this morning. Spirit is guiding you to do that. And it feels like fun, though. This feels like something that's going to give you a break from the routine, okay? Now let's get a little bit of energy here. So whatever that is, that's been, kind of playing in the back of your mind, you've been giving thought to, I feel like Spirit is, first of all, saying yes, encouraging you to make time for it. And Spirit wants you to do this, right? This is going to be a special moment. It's going to be a special moment. Now, for some of you, this may look like stepping out with friends, okay? I have the 3 of Cups here, and I feel like you're going to be heavily supported with this. You're feeling a little bit weary, but I feel like you're going to have more support than you realize with this. And we have the Fool. You're going to have more support than you realize with this. And this is going to be more fulfilling than you realize as well. There's some level of celebration that I see here. If this is you stepping out to an event, a party, that may be the thing that opens up this opportunity for you to step outside. That opportunity of growth. I feel like it could involve others. This is actually an opportunity for some new beginning coming in for you, where you can kind of allow yourself to open up and take this risk and be just a little bit spontaneous. Right? This is stepping into your childlike energy too. Right? Spirit is encouraging you to do it. And yes, there may be a little bit of conflict around that, but again, this is you stepping out and not really being so concerned with, what others are thinking. I feel like there is a challenge around stepping out of, the restrictions that others have placed on you. For someone, you've been feeling stuck for a while. You've been feeling kind of trapped, possibly in this scenario where you don't feel like you are running your own show, feeling restricted. Yeah, but it's all self-imposed. That's what Spirit is saying. First, realize the 8 of Swords is mental activity, right? It's all in your head. These are restrictions that you've placed on yourself. Yeah, people can tell us what their idea of what they think our lives should be or what they think we should be doing, but ultimately it's our decision to decide what that is and what happiness is for us and what fulfillment is for us. It's your decision. And so in many ways, Spirit is saying, take your power back. The struggle is that you have released a huge amount of your power that has placed you in this position. So the challenge is taking your power back. That's the challenge. And I feel like it will end up, when it's all said and done, there's going to be a realizing of this sooner or later. You know, I feel like we can only do this for so long, you know, until it ends up being, you know, something that we could just no longer do. Like we end up so ridden with anxiety to where it's just like, okay, something has to give. I can't do this anymore, you know, and sometimes that ends up in depression, you know, but really it's just you needing to be a little bit assertive with what it is that you want. And that's okay. At first, it is going to feel a little strange. You're going to feel guilty about a lot of things, about disappointing people that's used to being able to direct your life. But, you know, it comes down to the fact that you came into this world alone and you're going to leave alone, you know. And at the end of your life, you want to have, you know, led a life that was fulfilling for you, first off. And when you reach that place where of a fulfillment for yourself, I feel like then you're able to really impact others' lives, you know, and you're willing to, you're able to share that with others. And it doesn't have to be this huge, you know, I'm before, you know, millions of people like a superstar. It doesn't have to be all that. It could be something simple as you recognizing the things that you love to do and you allowing yourself to do that, so much so that this part of your life has become this growing, overflowing passion. And people notice, it's like, dang, so what do you do to take care of yourself? Because you're always so, you know, peaceful, so fulfilled, so, you know, content. And it's like, well, I don't know, every Saturday I go over and I, you know, take this yoga class. You know, it could be just really simple things, you know, that is really rooted around who you are and what you need and things that are fulfilling for you. And I feel like that's what this is. Like Spirit is trying to really release someone from a mental prison, I'm going to say, of having to feel like you have to live for others. And so let's clarify some of these energies. We have the Three of Swords here, and we're going to try to keep this short. Three of Swords here. The Three of Swords comes out with the Moon. For some of you, you haven't given yourself the opportunity to really experience, you know, socializing in a while. There's been some anxiety about just getting out and socializing. And maybe you haven't done it in so long that you are anxious about it. But I feel like you're about to overcome that, right? I don't have to have anybody to go out. Listen, I go to the movies by myself. I go and eat by myself. I travel by myself across the world, right? right? When you're ready to step out and have experiences that your heart is craving, nothing will stop you. And I feel like for some of you, you're coming to this point where you're going to cross that barrier of anxiety and, feeling like there's something that might not go right or everything has to be perfect. I think you're about to cross that into this space of experience, into this new beginning, where you're going to allow yourself to start living again. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. I've come to the place where it makes me uncomfortable now to travel with somebody because I've become so comfortable in my own company. Not that I can, but I mean, then I have to make accommodations, or considerations for others where it's just so much more comfortable, just having to worry about myself. But that was part of me stepping out and just doing it, not waiting for, the perfect situation, not waiting for someone else to be ready for me to go do what I want to do. You just do it. You just do it. And I feel like this is going to be very healing for someone, this new beginning, and you allowing yourself to step into this very innocent, childlike energy again as it pertains to you doing things that allow you to be spontaneous. This is going to be very healing. And it's going to take some, some effort and some patience with yourself. And, this may be something that you enter into slowly. You may start off with little things and then gradually do bigger things that lead up to that thing, right? It doesn't mean that you have to just wake up one day and all of a sudden you're there, but you may choose little small things to add to your life as you work up to that place where you want to be or that thing that you're desiring to do. Because the Fool is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah. And so this movement forward doesn't have to be huge things like, okay, so all of a sudden tomorrow, now I've always wanted to or felt called to, move out of the country. I don't know, whatever that thing is you could be being called to do. That doesn't mean next week you'll be packing up and moving. No, that means you'll gradually open up to that idea. Maybe it'll start with a small little vacation over there just to get a feel of the environment. Maybe it'll start with you taking a language class, because you're going to need to learn a different language when you go over there. Just small little increments of movement towards that thing, if it's something big. Or if you are someone that wanted to actually go and take this this course that's going to actually change the direction of your career, right? Maybe it starts with just going to buy a little book so you can start reading up on what that entails, right? Just small little things leading towards this new way of being, this new freedom that Spirit is guiding you to. Why is the Five of Wands here? And don't expect everybody to be happy about this, about you choosing yourself with the Sun, about you declaring what's going to make you happy, about you looking into things with the Knight of Pentacles. That's going to bring you stability. That's going to bring you balance and connection with yourself. And then we have the Eight of Wands. very interesting. I feel like this clarifying the Five of Wands is like, a little bit of conflict. I can see that, but it's almost around your changing, right? You're making some type of major change to your life. And it feels like this is a long time coming, though they may not understand that. This has been a long time coming, something you've been chewing on for a while, feeling discontented where you are for a while. It's been a while. And so Spirit is saying it's your time. It's your time. All right, and we have the Hangman, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, clarifying our challenge, which was the Eight of Swords. And so this is talking about possibly having things not happening on your time frame. For those of you that's already entering this energy and you're ready to go and you're like, okay, let's do it, right? This may be challenging because things may not be moving at a pace that you want it to. There could be things that are seem like they're still and not moving at all. There could be blocks, you know, that you feel like are being placed in your way from having this experience or moving into this position of liberation for yourself. It may feel heavy and difficult. And there may be parts of this that feels like a burden. Carrying the weight of this is difficult, right? For some of you, carrying the weight of making your own decisions is hard. You may be used to letting someone else decide that, or living under some type of institutional structure that has made certain decisions for you. This is burdensome. When I began to step out and really step into my own lane, I have to be honest, that was one of the most difficult parts of this process, was stepping out of feeling like I need permission, right? Stepping out of that energy. When you live in that for a long time, it's really a psychological warfare that you go through in order to free yourself from that. I'm not going to kid you here. It was difficult, but it's part of the process. It's part of the process, you know, and it's part of relearning how you think and how you do things. It's called deconstruction, right? It's tearing down all of those beliefs that kept you codependent, you know, and then once you tear them down, then you restructure your beliefs according to what it is that you believe is going to align with where it is that you're going. And so it's hard work. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this is happy-go-lucky and you're going to skip your way in. No, you'll need to fight for this. You'll need to defend your right here. You'll need to place up boundaries here. And this is coming in as the challenge. And so Spirit is saying, yeah, but this process is worth it. It's worth it. All right. And I feel like with the Nine of Swords being really the outcome of this, there is a level of grief that comes along with this choice that you make. And not everybody is going to end up happy. It's understanding that. It's clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Wands. First of all, 6-6, coming home to self. Welcome home, baby, is what Spirit is saying. It's about time. You know, and not everybody's going to be happy about this, right? But the choice that you make, you know, you possibly could have opportunities to do this and find yourself juggling, you know, between the old and the new, the old decision and the new, the old way of being and the new. You may find yourself juggling along the way here as you are changing certain thought patterns and habits. But I do feel with the Six of Wands, you're going to move towards your peace. With the Six of Wands, the Six of Swords, you're going to move towards your peace. And with the Six of Wands, you're going to be successful with that. You're going to be successful. Choosing yourself becomes a reward in itself, you know. Once we get out of that mindset that being selfish or self-full is, you know, anti-love, right? When we get out of that mindset that in order to be loving, we have to sacrifice, right? That's not necessarily always true, right? And that's part of that deconstructing process of this. It's rethinking, like, what makes sense to you. What makes sense to you? There's going to be things that you'll be leaving behind. You're going to be moving forward and transitioning, relocating to a different way of being. And this is going to be successful. I feel like there's going to be a triumph. This may even place you in a position of some type of example that you'll be setting for others around you. This is good. This is good news coming in. And there's going to be possibly those that may not agree, but there's also going to be those that uplift you during this process and support you greatly, right? And so the decision is going to be one that, you know, you'll have to consistently make on this path, on this journey of choosing yourself, of choosing yourself. May be hard at first. You may like tilter and rock and, you know, stumble a little bit, but the more you do it, the more you step into your power, the more you'll feel more confident about it. And the more you'll find that things gravitate to you more. Whereas you may have been someone who chased, right? When you step into your own power and make your decisions, you're no longer chasing. You're no longer the people pleaser. You're no longer the one that's bending over backwards, right? Many times that actually turns the opposite. Now, you know, you're being chased. Now people are seeking after you, right? Because you're not even concerned about it. You're just doing your own thing. And so Spirit is guiding you to this liberation, to this moment of play, whatever that means for you. I feel like this is definitely something that is beneficial for your psyche, for your mental health. You know, it's something that's going to release you from this very stressful experience that you've been having, possibly. And the major energies that came out here, I'm not going to read all the clarifications, but I have the Eight of Swords, which is Virgo energy, the Three of Cups, which is Cancer energy, the Fool, which is, I believe it's Virgo energy. I have the Five of Wands, which is Aries energy, and then the Knight of Swords again, which is Virgo energy again. I guess I'll read them. And I have the Moon, Pisces, the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Four of Swords, Libra energy, the Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy, the Hangman, Uranus energy, I believe is the Hangman, the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, the Ace of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy, the Chariot, Cancer energy, the Seven of Wands, Leo energy, the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius, the Sun, Leo energy, the King of Pentacles, Virgo energy, the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy, the Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, the Six of Swords, Aquarius energy, and the Six of Wands, which is Leo energy. And so also I have, and the Hangman was actually Neptune, Pisces energy. And so that's what I have for you. I feel like today Spirit wants you to choose you. That's what it says in a nutshell. It's time for you to live for you, okay? And not base your decisions on what you think other people think is good for you. It's time for you to take responsibility, assume responsibility for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you have you, right? And you will have you to the end of time, of your time in this time and space. And so this is about you. This is about you stepping into your power, stepping into what you feel you've been being called to experience here. And I definitely feel like there is a call. Spirit's been talking to you about this because this is a moment of pushing you out there and giving you a choice, right? Do you want to experience more? Yeah, it's here if you want it. Okay. All right. So that is for you. There is a saying that says, when we talk about getting into things like entrepreneurship, which is a challenge, right? It's different. It's not a 9 to 5. It's different. And many things about the entrepreneurship causes you to step outside of this structured, traditional 9 to 5 mindset, right? It's different, but it's hard. It's difficult. It's, tedious. It's, so many challenges comes with the entrepreneur journey, but it offers rewards like you won't believe. Like imagine things like being able to set your own schedule, being able to make as much money as you are willing to go after and get. Like there is no cap, right? Like a 9 to 5. Sometimes they're offering overtime, sometimes they're not, right? Sometimes you'll get a raise, sometimes you won't. Well, as an entrepreneur, you're in control of all of that. As hard as you're willing to go after and grind, right? That determines the amount of rewards you pull in for yourself. And so there's so many different restrictions that are taken off of the entrepreneur journey as opposed to the 9 to 5, but there's so many challenges that come with that as well. There's so many more responsibilities that come with that. Okay. And so the saying is for those who are willing to do what others aren't, then they'll be able to do what many can't. Right. And so Spirit is telling you, yeah, you're okay. I got you. You can step out now if you're ready. So that's for somebody. That's for somebody. This is all about play. And I don't mean that in a childly sense, but I mean play in a sense of going towards that thing that you've always wanted to do, that you've been feeling called to do. It's time to look into that. It's time to start moving towards that. Even if it's little by little, Spirit is inviting you and announcing today that it is time. It's time. Okay? And according to what you're willing to do today, that's going to be in direct correlation to the results that you see tomorrow. Okay? There's no better time than to start, right? Little by little. Start with little steps moving towards it. Okay? So that's for you. That's for somebody. That's the encouragement for somebody today. Let's start. Okay? It has been Blood Moon Oracle. Thank you for stopping by, you guys. Today was a beautiful message, even for me. This was talking to me too. I'm going to start, y'all. And until next time, make sure you like, share, comment. If you feel led, please consider subscribing if you would. If you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you will be notified in case I post new content or go live. I may go live this evening. We'll see, okay? But in the meantime, if you like this video, I'm going to post another video on this page here. I may post it here or up here. Either way, take a look at that one. You may like that one as well, okay? I do appreciate you stopping by. I hope you got something of encouragement today. That's why we do this, right? It's the encouragement for today. And so let's do this. That's what Spirit has for us. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.